Welcome back to the Commercial Real Estate Show. I'm Michael Bull. Thanks for being with us. Today we're talking about retail and retail real estate. Please welcome my next guest, James Cook. James is National Director of Analytics with Xceligent. James, thanks for joining us here on Skype today.
Hey, it's great to be here.
We appreciate it. And one of the great things that you guys do is your broker sentiments, your surveys of all these brokers, these boards that you talk to. And I know you've recently talked to retail brokers all around the country. And, the brokers are in the pulse. They're kind of seeing what's going on day to day. They kind of know what's moving forward. It's like, we know some tenants are going to be expanding that we can't even talk about yet, but we can give you that sense of what's going to happen. So what are brokers saying about retail real estate?
You know what? It's interesting. I still see bifurcation, although these days it's not a split between good and bad. It's a split between good and steady. We surveyed retail brokers for the last quarter across the U.S., and we asked them, what's the outlook for the market? 43% of them said the market is going to be moving at a good pace, so it's going to be improving. And about that same number, about 43%, said market's going to be about the same for the next 6 months.
I see. And that good pace, is there another option for great pace or fantastic pace?
There are, yeah. There is a higher option than that. So nobody is super optimistic, but there are many folks who are optimistic.
Okay. And how do brokers feel about rental rates for retail properties moving forward?
Overall, I don't have those stats in front of me. Overall, I think that many folks thought rental rates are going to either be, again, going steady or moving up. I know I do have the vacancy rate stats in front of me, and 53% said vacancy rates are going to decline in the next 6 months, so that's more than half. So obviously with vacancies declining, they're going to be expecting rental rates to increase as well.
Yeah, that's a good point, and I expect the same thing. I expect vacancy to decrease, and I expect rental rates to improve. And I think in some markets pretty quickly, and it's going to depend on the market and the property, of course. Well, what do you see as far as retailers expanding? Are you see some of the larger retailers like Walmart starting to expand?
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Walmart. I was in an advisory board in, of all places, Bentonville, Arkansas, which is the global headquarters of Walmart. And one of the top brokers in that market made the comment that they're seeing Walmart is carpet bombing, and those are his words, Arkansas with their neighborhood market concepts, which I'd sort of been vaguely aware of as competition for the local grocery stores, but I didn't realize they were pushing so hard. And I took a look at the numbers, and it makes perfect sense. Walmart as a whole in the U.S., their same-store sales comps, so their sales growth from quarter to quarter, it's been negative or flat for many quarters. But their neighborhood markets, last quarter the sales grew by 5.5%. So they know that if they want to continue to grow, the market's saturated at the supercenter level, and they need to roll out a new concept. And that's what they're doing with these neighborhood markets. In the quarter that we're in right now, they're planning to open another 170 of these neighborhood markets. So they're making a huge push.
Wow. Tell us about those formats. What size are those smaller stores?
Yeah, so they've got two. There's what they call the traditional neighborhood market that's about 43,000 square feet, which is going to compete directly with your local grocery store. And they've got another format that they had formerly called Walmart Express, between 12 and 15,000, which is more of a competition with, your convenience stores. This quarter, they're rolling out about 100 of those, of the bigger ones, the traditional concept they call them, and another 70 of the smaller ones.
Well, I think that's smart to have various concepts to fit each market. It's a way I think a lot of the retailers are doing moving forward. And one of the things that is always impacting, or lately, retailers is online sales, right? What do you expect moving forward? I know online sales is growing, and what do you expect how it's going to impact retailers and the stick and brick retail properties?
Yeah, you know what? It's a whole new world out there. Online sales, as a percentage of overall retail sales, have been growing every quarter. And retailers, the smart ones, the bricks retailers, are going to have to totally and completely embrace online in order to succeed.
Yeah, so you expect that it's going to impact vacancy or occupancy in these retail stick and brick properties. Online sales going to hurt it more?
I think that to a certain extent they are. We're probably going to have less. We're going to have, in the short term, slightly higher vacancies, but in the long term, more physical retail is going to be more important than ever. We're even seeing that online retailers like Warby Parker and Amazon are moving into the physical world, places that they've never been before, because they realize how important having physical space is.
Yeah, it can really benefit them. Well, stay tuned. We're going to have more on retail and retail real estate. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. We'll be right back. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by Bull Realty Commercial Advisors, a great place to do business. Visit bullrealty.com. RealNex, a comprehensive and powerful suite of commercial real estate tools at an incredibly low price. Visit realnex.com. That's REALNEX. FIU, Florida International University. Earn your master's in real estate in as little as 10 months without interrupting your career. Visit FIUonline.com. Xceligent, the resource professionals use for commercial real estate information. Visit Xceligent.com. That's Xceligent. Commercial Search, the source to market and source available properties for sale or lease. Visit commercialsearch.com. For more information on these great companies or for additional videos, podcasts, or articles, visit CREshow.com.